Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Chronicle, where I talk about my daily life, weekly goals, and the overarching plot of my life. Today was a pretty normal day. Actually, disaster struck this morning at midnight 30 in the morning. I was trying to sleep, couldn't sleep. I was trying to. I had my earplugs in, and then I heard a crash out in the living room. It sounded like someone had a table full of glass, and they just went and threw it all off. And I was like, okay, that was definitely the cats. I think Ink is here, and if she's sleeping, that probably woke her up. So I lay there in bed for a while, and nothing happens. I'm like, okay. So I text her. I'm like, hey, did you hear that? And she was like, hear what? I'm outside. And I was like, oh, crap. And so I texted her. I was like, it sounds like the cats just knocked over a pile of glass. She's like, okay, I'll come in. And then, sorry, I keep looking at my freaking eye. This one looks like it should be open more and it's bothering me. Frick my stupid asymmetrical body. Anyway, um, so yeah, so I'm laying there in bed. I text her, and then after texting her, I was like, okay, let's just manage expectations real quick. Let's say it was the dish rack, right? It was that thing, that kind of wire frame that you put the dishes on, while they're drying once they're clean, right? Let's just hope that they knocked over that because that hardly has any dishes in it. It's just got like a few spatulas and a cutting board. It could have made that noise with all the silverware in there, right? I'm just trying to minimize whatever. So I turn on my light and I open the door to my room, and then I hear Ink open the front door. And I step out in the hallway. I look out in the hallway. I kind of see into the kitchen. I don't see anything's wrong. I'm like, okay. I take a few more steps forward. I don't see anything's wrong. I look to my left. Ink's in the doorway. She's like this. She hit that pose. I'm like, what happened? I look to my right, and she has a shelf. It's about 6 feet tall, maybe a little more. It's taller than me. It's about probably 3 feet wide as well, right? Big shelf, heavy shelf, not easy to knock over, right? The entire thing has been knocked over. And also, it was mostly full of glass cups and bowls and a vase and bottles. Um, and somehow the bigger one, presumably Arcane, we don't know for sure, but it's highly unlikely that the little kitten did it. Um, she knocked over the entire shelf. I mean, literally, it was like it's usually upright like this. It was like in the corner. Literally, the entire thing knocked over. The glassware came spilling off of it, a lot of it breaking. Um, and that happened at 12:30 in the morning. Um, she spent all night cleaning it up, and I just went to bed. Um, I felt like I should be there and help, but I wasn't entirely sure what to do. So I just ended up going to bed. But yeah, so that happened. And then I woke up to the cats because I didn't sleep with my earplugs because I was going to sleep, and my brain was like, I want to not sleep with the earplugs. So I didn't sleep with the earplugs. I might try them again this evening. I don't know. Woke up, went to work. Work was fine. Lunch was good. Stayed till 5, no problem. Um, had a fun little chat with my younger sister. Um, after we finished our main job, packing out. About dying. I'll leave that there just for fun. No, I won't explain it. We were talking about, I don't know why she was thinking about death. Maybe she was just bored and wanted to talk. But she was like, what do you think happens when you die? And the thing is, she didn't phrase it like that though. So I was like, oh, I want to be, what I thought she asked was, what do you want them to do with your body when you die? And if you guys don't know, I want to be turned into something like a gem or a ring. I heard that they can do that. They can turn your ashes into a diamond. So I think I don't know if this is realistically possible, but this is my hypothetical theoretical for what to do with my body if I die. Preserve just my skull, burn all of the rest of it for ashes, create two gemstones with it, and socket them in the eyes. Then put that in a glass case with a gold little placard on a wooden platform, and it says Asher Zachariah Jones, and that'll be me forever. I'll be a skull. It'll be my skull with the rest of my body being two gemstones, one in each eye socket. If that's not possible, because that's like I said, that would be really cool. But I don't know. It's like I don't know how much, like how big the gemstone actually is. Assuming that is possible, it wasn't just a fake thing I saw online a while ago. Um, So like if it would be two small gemstones in the eye sockets, that wouldn't be quite as cool. Like if they were like itty bitty. So if it is only possible to make it a smaller, gemstone of my body, then I think I want to be a ring. Turn my body, smash it down my ashes into a gemstone like a diamond, and then get me like a little golden ring. So it's like this little golden ring with a gemstone, and then you can pass me down throughout the generations. And I think that'll be really cool because, like, imagine it's like, hey, this ring, this is your grandfather. Here you go, son. Keep him with you at all times wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could somehow amass some sort of spiritual ancestral power if I did that. That I just think that would be really cool. But like I said, yeah. So that's what I want to happen with my body when I die. I've also heard that they can turn you into a vinyl record. If I wanted, I could turn myself into my favorite song. But I think the ring idea is much cooler. Or maybe something like a pendant, or like a gemstone in a locket, something like that. But yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with my body when I die. Yeah, so that's a totally unrelated side tangent. After I got back from work, I kind of sort of employed the new business plan. The thing is, I was hungry, but I was too tired to make food. And I was like, maybe if I play some games, I'll have energy to make food because, I'll be happier. So I think I played one run of Slay the Spire 2, or maybe I played two quick runs, made a smoothie, played another run while I was drinking the smoothie. I actually, or no, no, hold on. What did it go? What did it go? Oh yeah, okay. So it was two runs of Slay the Spire, took a shower, made the smoothie, played one more run while I was drinking the smoothie. Um, I actually won for the first time. I won my first ever run as the Regent, which is one of the characters, multiple playable characters in the game. Um, which was surprising to me genuinely because my whole strategy was just add every single card in the game. Just do not never skip a card reward. Any card that I can put in my deck, put it in my deck. And I learned pretty quickly that that's actually a pretty bad idea. Because then like your combos stop working. Your deck just doesn't work as well whenever it's full of cards that are just like sort of random-ish. Um, because sometimes it's like, oh, maybe I can just get a good power at the start and then it'll be set. But yeah, so that was my plan. My plan was to add every single card I could and then just prioritize my health over dealing damage whenever it came down to it. And I somehow won, which was like miraculous to me. I was like, I seriously did not think that that would be the strategy that won me the game. Because it just seems kind of like a simple, kind of like plain, kind of almost dumb strategy. Like I was like, there's no way that'll work. That was kind of my problem in literally every single other run. I was like, my deck is too big now. But then no, I had over 40 cards in my deck. And I somehow won. Anyway, and now I'm here recording this. Because I'm tired and I've got to practice electric guitar and make lunch for tomorrow. I don't want to because I'm tired. I just want to lay down and do nothing. Oh, but I know that I should not do that because that would be a bad idea. I was hoping that recording this would give me some energy. Enough to like, I don't know, finish out my day. Um, yeah. So I kind of employed the new business plan, but not quite as well. What I should have done is I should have eaten and showered and then played games and then for a couple hours. But it kind of ended up being this weird mix of gaming, then not gaming, then gaming, then not gaming. Um, so yeah. I still need to call the car place. Whew. But yeah, it's like, God, like I think I feel like I want to go to sleep like right now, but I gotta wait for like another half hour, and I gotta practice freaking guitar. Oh, I thought about making a funny rule where once I yawn 3 times, the video just cuts and it goes to the next entry, because that means that I'm too tired to actually keep talking. I thought that could be fun, could be funny. I don't know if I'll do that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Tuesday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Yeah. Ugh. It's only Tuesday, and I feel like this week's been going on forever. Yeah. Anyway, right now, I just got home from scheduled time with Pouty. That was a lot of fun. I guess we'll get to that later, when I go over today's events. Um, and let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Ink texted me at 9:52 p.m. It's currently 10:29 p.m. She said, "Friends gone be at house." And I said, okay. I was like, that's kind of weird. It's 10:29 p.m. on a Tuesday night. She's supposed to be clocked in 7.5 hours. So I'm not sure why she's having friends over and they're drinking and smoking out on the back porch. I know that because one, there is twisted tea cans left about. There is a box of twisted tea that's empty. There's a few in the fridge. And then I can smell the smoke that they are smoking, cigarette smoke from outside. It gets in it just, the smell gets in whenever they do that. Um, and then, funny enough, I got like one of the most like polite interactions from anyone she's brought over. And I didn't even recognize the guy. It was also dark out, so yeah, I don't think I met him before. Anyway, but yeah, so I sit down, I start untying my shoes, and his friend or her friend leans in, and he has a drink, and he's like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" I'm like, "No, thanks." I just didn't expect such courtesy from the people that she brought over. I don't know if I've talked about, and I think I have. Yeah, it's just she doesn't. Yeah, it's just like the people she usually has over don't give off good vibes in the slightest. So I was surprised to get offered a drink. If I'm being honest, I did want a drink. I think a drink would be nice, actually. But I'm supposed to be going to bed in half an hour. So yeah, unfortunately, I will be doing the responsible thing and going to bed. No guarantee whether I'll actually sleep or not, because I didn't sleep last night, or I didn't sleep well last night either. I put on an ASMR video, and that helped me get to sleep. Of course, I woke up to the cats, um, because I didn't have my earplugs in because I had my earbuds in because I was watching an ASMR video. Um, I'm just looking at my hair right now. Don't worry, it's supposed to look like that. Yeah, I wish I could listen to an ASMR video and put in earplugs. The problem is that I usually fall asleep to the video. Um, and then the earbuds, I mean, they're very loose, so they just fall right out easily. Which is not really a problem. It just kind of is. Yeah, so I think that Manta sleep mask could be cool. I wouldn't necessarily need the part that covers your eyes, but what I do want is the headphones, the over ear. Like I said, I don't know how noise canceling those are, but it's something that's over your ears, and so that could help, maybe, possibly, especially if it like plays white noise or something. That would help, drown out the noise of the cats. I know they also, I'm pretty sure they do make a special kind of headphones where it's like just this soft sort of cotton, almost like a headband, but it goes, like over your ears, and then there's like really thin, speakers in there. I'm pretty sure that is a thing that exists. I'm sure I could find it with some Googling or a similar product. Because really what I need is the over ear, not not necessarily the eye part from the Manta Sleep Mask. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Let's start with today. Let's go over today's events. I woke up and to the cats, went back to sleep, woke up tired, as expected. Like I said, I didn't sleep very well, regardless of the cats. Went to work fine, work was fine. I still really like working with my little sister. It really feels like working with a friend. It's kind of like everything that I wanted whenever I got ink on at the roastery, um, which is where I work. But yeah, I mean by the time like our friendship was already like going downhill when I got her on. Um and it only really got worse from there. Um that's just life. Um but yeah, working with my little sister is awesome. It's a lot of fun. Um like we always leave together. She gets there on time and I'm usually I am technically on time. Tech only technically though. I've talked about it before. Um I'm only technically on time, and she is regularly actually on time most of the time. Um, but yeah, so I went to work. Work was good. Originally, the plan was to go straight from work to Pouty's for schedule time, and then she had an appointment, so we pushed it back to 7. So I get home and I have a whole hour. I need to eat and shower and then go, and I have a whole hour. But I was making I bought another prepackaged dinner, just because I was like, why not? I really liked it, the last time. So I bought one of those, and it took way too long to heat up. So like by the time it was done heating up and ready to eat, I only had like half an hour, and that's usually how long it takes me to shower. So I shower as fast as I possibly can while the food is cooling down, um, and then and then I come back and I eat some of it, not all of it, not enough of it, because I was hungry when I got to Pouty's. But I ate as much as I could before going. Um, Also, my lips are so dry because I forgot to put on chapstick before I left. Um, but yeah, so I ate some of that. Went to Patty's for schedule time. It was really funny how it worked out. Usually we play Splatoon 3, but I got there and she couldn't find the charger for her Switch. Goodness gracious, I don't know where the burps are coming from. Um, was it? She couldn't find the charger for her Switch. And then she did find it, and her Switch was dead. So she starts charging it, and then we play like one round of Blazing Beaks. I talked about that last week, the game. Um, we play like one round of Blazing Beaks, and then her Switch comes to life, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we'll play Splatoon 3 now. And then by the time I transfer my Switch to the dock, and then she puts hers like, I can't remember if she just moved it or if she actually quickly swapped out the charger it was on. But by the time mine was on the TV and hers wasn't, it died again somehow. I don't know. So we played like one more round of Blazing Beaks, and then Rowdy, he's like, "Hey, me and my friends, we're gonna watch The Drama, which is a movie. It came out a little while ago. I wanted to see it just because I heard a lot about it. Um, and apparently Pouty really, really wanted to see it. She was like, I won't say, hey, we're gonna go watch this movie instead of doing what we had already planned because she did mention that our plans, schedule time was made, way in advance versus his Rowdy's plans, which were just like the day of. But she did really want to see the movie, and I wanted to see it too. So after playing a little bit of Switch, we just went and watched The Drama. Very, very good movie. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and then right after that, I'm here. I'm driving home, and Pouty or not Pouty, Ink has friends over. Again, it's just so odd to me that like she's bringing people over and they're drinking and smoking on a weeknight when she has work in the morning. Maybe she took the day off tomorrow. I don't know. But I mean, she's proven to not be a responsible person really at all. But I mean, who knows? Maybe. Hey, get this, okay? Maybe look on the bright side. Maybe she'll clock into work at 6 tomorrow, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's probably all gonna be fine, and I'm just overreacting and being pessimistic, all right? Also, I will explain my hair now. So this it's kind of funny. This wow, it is look at that is crazy. This is the scrunchie that I got from uh, I talked about it. This is the scrunchie I got from the Omaha Zoo. It was on discount. Um, and it's kind of like it's kind of like really tight, and it also can make my hair do really funny things like this. I'm not sure why. I must be doing it wrong because look, you see how the way it is, where it's like it's not like a perfect kind of band. It kind of gets like it like kind of. You see how it gets like kind of weird? It gets kind of weird. I feel like someone who is more experienced in hair ties and scrunchies can tell me what I did wrong. I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong, but I feel like I did something wrong because it's not, like a nice clean circle, and also it's making my hair go forward. Like the other day when I hung out with Noir, it was kind of on the back of my head, and somehow it made my hair just go straight forward in a ponytail. So I had like a little scorpion tail, similar to how it looks right now. Earlier it was a bit more up, it was a bit more forward, and it was a bit more kind of down here. I don't know how it moved. I guess it just does that. Um, but yeah, I've talked about wanting to do the onion top. I wanted it to stick straight up. I wanted it to like be like right here in the middle and then stick straight up, like this. Or like, yeah. But it kind of ended up like this, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know if I think I might have showed this off, or maybe I just talked about it. But yeah, I've got a scrunchie now, and my hair looks like this. Anyway, that is all. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Wednesday. See you all tomorrow, Wednesday. Hello everyone, and welcome to Wednesday, I believe. Yeah. It's 11:01, so it's currently my bedtime right now. I've got just about everything I needed to do done. Um, yeah, kind of. Normal day today. I woke up. Something woke me up. I don't know what it was, but I briefly woke up at what I would assume is 6 in the morning. Didn't hear anything. Went back to sleep immediately. But I suspect that just that brief waking up, um, I suspect that's why I keep feeling terrible in the morning, is because instead of having a full sleep, I have a mostly full sleep, small interruption, and then I wake up like an hour and a half later. Like I said, I don't know what woke me up, but something did because I often don't wake up on my own. Usually, I mean, there's usually something that wakes me up. like whether it's the car or the cats or the storm. I know storms have that's happened a couple times. But yeah, I've talked about how like once I hear enough noise, if the noise stops, like once I wake up and I don't hear it, then I don't know what woke me up. So I don't know what woke me up. But something did, and it was annoying. I had my earplugs in. Um, Again, mostly effective. I feel like if they were 100% effective, then I wouldn't be waking up to something. But I did. I'm wondering if it is actually just my body's gotten so used to waking up at 6 in the morning that it's like, oh, we need to wake up at 6 in the morning now. Mm-mm. Don't like that. Don't need to do that. Really want to avoid that. But I was like, what if I just do wake up at 6 a.m.? I was like, well, if I do, I usually am asleep by 11:30, sometimes 12. So I'd only sleep for like 6 hours if I started consistently waking up at 6, which I don't think is healthy. Um, and what I know for sure is that sometimes my eyes, if I don't get enough sleep, my eyes will just get bloodshot very quickly and easily. And also just my joints will just hurt. They'll just hurt. My knees will just hurt if I don't get enough sleep. That's like, that's irrefutable evidence that I've found for not getting enough sleep is that my bones just hurt. It hurts to not get enough sleep. Yeah, I don't know how I did it as a kid. Truly miraculous, really. Anyway, so I woke up, went to work was fine, all good. Came back, Helldivers 2 got a big update, and there was no way I couldn't play that immediately. So what I did was I had two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I heated up leftovers from yesterday that I didn't finish, and then I ate them, and then played Helldivers 2. Very fun. A little bit stressful because there's a new update, which means we're fighting new enemies, so now you gotta figure out how to kill the new enemies. It's kind of fun. Um, but yeah, so I did that, took a shower, kind of just watched some YouTube while because I still felt steamy, so while I was kind of like drying off. I know I just brushed up on my instruments, drilled those pretty good. So now I'm ready for lessons tomorrow. That's really it, if I'm being honest. My coworker was like, "Hey, you want to play Minecraft tonight? Just let me know." I texted the group chat, the Discord server for Minecraft. He didn't say a word. Let me double check real quick. La di da. He didn't say anything. What a guy. I said Minecraft tonight, and then someone else responded, I want to, but I probably can't because I have to wake up early. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And then no one else responded, including the guy who was like, Minecraft tonight? I was like, sure. And then he was like, hit me up. And he literally said text the server, and I texted the server, and then he didn't respond. Now it's like, I mean, whatever. Like, you could make the argument, oh, where it's like, well, he saw that one other coworker wasn't getting on, so then he didn't getting on because she wasn't getting on. Maybe he was on and he just wasn't on Discord, but if he was on, why wouldn't he say, hey, I'm on, I'm just not in Discord? I don't know. That was the same guy who was like, hey, I'm thinking about hypothetically, theoretically, figuratively, metaphysically, possibly, perchancebly, potentially making plans. And I'm talking about to my younger sister. I don't like it when people say that because it's like, I mean, it's cool that you're communicating that you're thinking about making plans. But I'm not going to keep my schedule open for plans that may or may not happen because I've done that before, and most of the times the plans don't happen, especially with this group, my coworker specifically. It's I guess it's really specifically just that one guy who'll be like, "Hey, we might be hanging out. I'll keep you posted," and then I never hear from him. And then he's like, "We might be hanging out. I'll text you," and then he doesn't text me. And then I'll be like, I'll follow up, be like, "Hey, did you guys do that thing?" And then he'd be like, "No, we didn't do that thing." And I was like, so yeah, it's just I don't see a point. Like if the plans are there, tell me. If the plans are not there, don't tell me because there's nothing to tell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not just gonna keep my schedule open. I did also coincidentally get invited to a house party this Saturday. I'll probably be going to that. And then Sunday, me and my little sister are gonna watch a bunch of Marvel movies, because Doomsday is coming out later this year. So we're gonna rewatch the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, and then Infinity War and Endgame and Multiverse of Madness, in preparation for Doomsday. Because like honestly, I'm not sure like what even like where's the current Marvel Cinematic Universe at? Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like what happened to the characters? It's been so long, I forgot. Um, yeah. So we're gonna do that. That's one yawn. Yeah, I believe that's everything. I really should just make a sandwich for tomorrow, prep lunch, and then go to bed, and I think we'll be all good. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Also, I got scheduled time with Surfer Girl on Friday. Woohoo! Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow, Thursday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday's Eve. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. Um, quick little thing. This thing, me and my little sister found it in the recycling bin. I'm honestly not sure what it is. It's roastery branded, and it kind of looks like wrapping paper. I'm not sure what it is or was used for, but it's mine now, and I think I'm gonna use it as wrapping paper because I think it'll be funny. Because it was gonna supposed to be like recycled, but it's like, heh, my wrapping paper now. Like I said, I don't know if it is wrapping paper, but it's something. And it's mine now. Anyway, today I woke up. I didn't feel totally like crap, but I woke up to Ink and Her Cats, which kind of sucked because I mean it just ruined my sleep as usual. Um, and then yeah, like I was getting like I was almost falling asleep during lunch. I was listening to a podcast and I was like, wow, I could genuinely fall asleep right now, which is bad because I'm supposed to work for like another 4 hours after that lunch, right? Fortunately, and kind of coincidentally, I ordered or not I ordered, I bought those little prepackaged protein shakes that I really like. Like I don't love them. They're good, like a 7 out of 10, I think. They taste weird, kind of metallic, so maybe don't taste them too hard or you'll taste that. Most people don't like them. I remember having them at a track meet once with my siblings when we were younger, and we were all like, this tastes really bad," because at the time I could taste as well as a normal person can. As you guys know, my tongue is kind of like disabled. It just doesn't work as well as everyone else's. I would guess it's like a quarter of everyone else's strength, in terms of like tasting things. Um, Anyway, yeah, so those prepackaged protein shakes that I bought had 100 milligrams caffeine in them, and they were coffee flavored. Not a good coffee flavor, though. It was extra bitter and burnt, not like good coffee. Um, yeah. I only had four, though, so I guess I'll just probably have to order a coffee tomorrow, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, coffee kind of makes me like poop my pants, figuratively. So that's kind of why I try to stay away from it. Now, I have talked about, oh, I just gotta drink it slower, but I've also talked about how once my brain gets one sip, it's like, drink it more, drink it all right now. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so today was a pretty normal day. After work, I went straight to lessons, stopped by Jimmy John's because I was hungry, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that music lessons are a lot harder if I don't eat anything beforehand. So I went to the Jimmy John's, that's right next to it, and I ordered a little sandwich, ate it, hurried back to lessons. Lessons were good, quite good. Came back, I think, well, how did it happen? I came back, took out the trash. And then I think I got in the shower. And then after the shower, I made two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. Um, because remember how I at one point I bought a loaf of bread specifically for peanut butter and jellies because I had excess peanut butter and jelly. Well, I still have excess peanut butter and jelly, so I bought another loaf of bread specifically for peanut butter and jelly. Now, I think Ink might have accidentally thrown away my jar of grape jelly. In her defense, it was on her side of the fridge and it might have been expired. The only reason it was on her side of the fridge was because it wouldn't fit on the shelf that I had it on, it didn't technically fit on, because it's like I had it on my half of the shelf, but my half of the shelf has the little drawer here, and the drawer was too big to fit under the drawer with my other jelly jars, so it was just next to the jelly jars, my jelly jars, but it was technically on her side of the fridge, which she's cleaned out twice, just because all the stuff she had in there started like molding and whatnot. So I was like, oh, I think she might have accidentally thrown away my jar of jelly because it was actually on her side of the fridge. So if that's how it happened, that's on me because I don't think I would have thrown it away. Just like I remember when I lost my wireless speaker and I was like, did it break? Did it break? And I just forgot, and then it turns out I actually just lost it. I don't think I would throw away a perfectly good jar of grape jelly, especially because it's my favorite kind of jelly. Um, yeah, like I don't like it's jelly, so I doubt it would have started molding even if it was expiring soon. Like the peanut butter I'm eating is also technically expired, but it's peanut butter. And I asked my dad, who eats peanut butter all the time, I was like, "Is this peanut butter still good if it's expired?" He's like, "Yeah, for sure." And that's what I thought as well. I just wanted to get a second opinion, um, to make sure I wasn't crazy. But yeah, so RIP my jar of grape jelly. Oh, I think it was like half full as well, about half. But I've still got the strawberry, the blueberry, and the marmalade, which is not actually that good. Um, like, oh, yawn. That's one. Which is not actually that good. Kind of like by itself. Like maybe put like a little bit of it on your toast, but not too much, where it just tastes really weird. So I might end up throwing that away, or maybe just eating it on toast instead of peanut butter and jelly. Um, but yeah, so I had that for dinner, and then I played some games. Played more Helldivers 2. Lot of fun actually. Remember how I was talking about yesterday? I was fighting new enemies, and it was just like I couldn't find a build that was good. I found a build that was good, and it's very good, and it's very fun to play. Um, I only played one mission. I wanted to play two, but I only played one because I was like, "Gah, I have to do things and be productive this evening." And then after that mission, I practiced piano. Got a football, like a 99% full practice in, and I was even believe it or not, I was labbing out the song that we're learning. But what I mean by that is that we're learning the song, right? But there's a couple elements of the song that are not usually in the song that we are putting in there. Just like for the sake of like the lesson, you know what I'm saying? What we're doing is called drop two voicing. I won't explain it because I doubt anyone would understand, and also it's kind of annoying to explain, um, and it would take a while. Uh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound pretentious there. It's just honestly, I just don't want to because I don't feel like it. Anyway, so what we're learning is called drop two voicing, and then also quartals, not quartals. I thought it was quartals, like the word chord with AL. It's actually quartals, the word quart as in quarter, and then ALS after that. So we're putting drop two voicing in the song, and we're putting quartals in the song. We're learning "Fly Me to the Moon," right? Very very fun, very good. And there's a couple pieces where he's like, oh, for this turnaround in the song, what do we want to do here, right? Because he'll give us like the chords, right? So it's like here are the chords. We'll use the chords for the song, but it's like how do we want to wire them? How do we want to set it up? How do we want to play them? You know what I'm saying? And I was doing a little bit of that. The thing is, like, I don't consider myself a creative person. I know you guys know this because I know I've talked about it. And some people try to say otherwise. Some people try to say you're very creative. No, you're wrong. If you're telling me I'm creative, you're wrong. Because I'm not. Anyway, I'm not a huge fan of creating melodies, especially on the spot, because I feel like they're bad. Because there's a couple times where I've come up with melodies in class, and then my classmate and teacher will laugh at me, and I'm like, "What's so funny? I thought it was a good melody." And they're just like, "Oh no, that's such an Asher melody. That's such an Asher thing to play." And I'm like, "It's fine." But yeah, so I hit it with the Asher special, which is probably goofy and doesn't sound good, but I like how it sounds, and I usually only play for myself. Um, but yeah, I really I do like learning Fly Me to the Moon. I'm thinking about like actually singing it. Like while I play. I think that would be pretty freaking cool. Then I could like perform it if I wanted to. I actually did think about that. Like recording it, a rendition of it and then putting it on the Chronicle. That'd be kind of cool. Like that I think that would be genuinely enjoyable for me if I can actually figure out how to sing and play at the same time, which is a problem I faced way back in like sophomore year of high school where I made a song for a school presentation, and then I was like, wait a minute, singing is very hard when I'm also playing with both hands. Um, I might run into that problem again because I know I had that problem on guitar as well. It's like, oh, I can't strum and play and sing at the same time. That's really hard. I did that at the end of the series of being 18. I sang a little song that I made. Not really a song, just parts of a song that I didn't finish because I was kind of not really even realizing that the series was ending because, my birthday was coming up. So yeah, I didn't end up finishing that song, but I did play what I had, and that's on my Instagram for everyone to see if, you want to see it. Uh, but yeah, so that was today. Oh, yep, 11 p.m. right at my bedtime. You should see my light turn off soon, actually, because it's scheduled. Um, yeah, I think I just need to make a sandwich and pack lunch. I don't know. I've been really enjoying my sandwiches and my work lunches. They're very simple. Talked about it before. But yeah, I am a little bit worried that with eating all these protein shakes, I'm gonna gain weight. I mean, my waist and my stomach still looks the same, and I still have visible abs when I flex. And I'm still seeing a lot of muscle definition, so I don't think I'm getting fatter. But I noticed, like, I'm eating more. I'm noticeably eating more, but I'm not noticeably getting, like, bigger or fatter or slower. And my reps are going up in the gym, and I think my weight's going up, but I don't look heavier. I don't know. Um, Anyway, that's all for today. I know that was long, but eh, it's fun. I like it. I like being here. I like doing this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Friday. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Chronicle. I said that very loudly to try and peek the microphone because I was thinking, I was looking at it, I was like, it looks kind of like the audio levels are back to normal. I didn't mess with them, but they just look lower than usual. I said that hello because I tried to get it to go into the yellow because it's been doing that, but it didn't when I did that just now. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome to Friday. It's currently 1:16 a.m. A little bit unusual for me, especially in recent weeks where I've been trying to there's one. I've been trying to get to bed on time during the weekends to give myself more time during the day. But Helldivers 2, big update yesterday, earlier this week. Big update today as well, so of course I had to play. Um, but we'll get to that later because that's later in today. Also, the cat's crying out there. I don't think the microphone's picking it up. I still feel bad though. He's just out there in the hallway crying. I wish his owner wouldn't neglect him. That would be really cool. Yeah, so you guys can't hear it. Right now I'm just listening to him. Because I want to let him in here. And I've had him in here before. You guys have seen it. But I don't want him to be messing with stuff. Like my shelf. I don't know. I don't have proof that was him. It just makes the most sense. Anyway, day was a normal day. I honestly don't know if I woke up to the cats. I feel like I did. I don't know. I woke up at like 7 something before my alarm. I felt like kind of okay. Not really. Um, Went to work. Work was fine. Me and my younger sister. Oh my goodness, that's two. Me and my younger sister have been de-stickering lockers. First we did hers, and then we did two more, and then we did I think three more today. So I think that's a total of six lockers. Maybe seven if you count hers. Yeah, we've been de-stickering lockers after we're actually done with our regular working job, which is cool. Um, she thought that the boss, the director, wouldn't let us do that on the clock. I was like, I think he would, but I think he would do it begrudgingly. He'd be like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." He'd be like, bah humbug, fine, go de-sticker the lockers. I think it makes sense that we can do it on the clock and get paid for it. Now you could argue, you could say, oh, you wouldn't get paid for her locker because it's hers, but you could get paid for doing other people's lockers. And I don't know, yeah, I think we should definitely get paid for de-stickering the lockers, hers included, because we're like, we're just removing all the stickers from them, and then wiping them down and stuff, for any future employees, and there are any current employees who want a locker. The thing is, the lockers, it's cool to have one, but I realized very quickly I don't really do much with it. I thought it would be really fun to make it look kind of like a high schooler's locker, but like from the movies, you know what I'm saying? So it's like got a whole aesthetic, a whole vibe. There's like a little mirror in there and like shelves. Um, I don't have that much stuff, I'm not really a maximalist like that. Um, so mine's just got like kind of like just like a few stickers on the outside. Um, I didn't yawn. That wasn't three. Wait, if I suppress the yawn, I don't have to cut the video short. I guess I don't know. I just think that would be really funny to be like mid yawn on the third yawn, and then just be like, huh, and then it just cuts, and then that day would be gone. Except that wouldn't be any fun because then you wouldn't get to know what happened that day. Um, Also, what I'm referring to when I'm counting there is I thought about making a rule. I'm pretty sure I talked about it earlier this week. I thought about making a rule where if I yawn 3 times during the recording, it just stops and it goes to the next day. Or if it's like this on a Sunday, it would just be the over. No outro, just gone. Um, but yeah. Anyway, today I went to work. Work was good. I can feel the yawn coming on. Oh my God. Went to work. Work was good. De-stickered lockers. Came home. I was gonna eat, but I was too excited to eat. So I took a shower. And then I went to Surfer Girls for schedule time. And then I came back, and then I had some snacks and some water, and I played Helldivers. Now it's 1:20 a.m. That's it. Now that I think about it. Oh, me and my younger sister went to Subway. That wasn't on. That didn't count. Didn't count because my whole head didn't go back. I didn't get locked in the animation. Okay. So me and my younger sister went to Subway for lunch. It was very good. And then I got back and one of my coworkers was like, "You guys got Subway? You didn't invite me?" And I'm like, "Okay, listen up, listen up." I didn't say anything at the time. I just said, "Ah, you weren't around, so we didn't invite you." My coworkers eat out for lunch all the time. They never invite me. I don't know if they ever have. If they ever have, it's only been a few times. But like, you cannot be saying You didn't invite me when you never ever invite me. And I know you don't invite me because I see you come back with food from Black Dog, from Taco Bell, from Minsky's, from wherever, and you didn't invite me. So you can't be saying you didn't invite me when you didn't invite me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, mild crash out there. It's only half serious. I think she was joking. I don't know, because like she seems genuine, but maybe the joke is that she is. She seems genuine even though she's not. Right? That's how jokes work. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Saturday. Probably, maybe. I have plans tomorrow evening, so maybe, maybe not, but probably. I'm thinking probably. Yeah. Hopefully, see you tomorrow, Saturday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday. I did, in fact, make it for a report today, an entry. I thought that I might not, and I could have not, but I was like, might as well. It's currently 12 a.m. on the dot. I just got back from a party. I think I talked about this party earlier in the week. Just a house party with friends and mutuals. It was parkour, rowdy, katana. I believe that's everyone that has a nickname. There was counting one, two, three, four, I think five mutuals, and then also the host's roommate. So a lot of people there. I was kind of anxious about this party because I knew was it because Pouty wasn't going to be there. Actually, was it Rowdy and Pouty originally weren't going to be there at all, and then Rowdy's like, I can be there later. So my only like closest friend that would be there would be Parkour. I was like, I don't know if I want to be in a room full of people that I don't really am not super close with, and then just one friend. And I did tell him about that. But then Rowdy ended up coming. I was gonna go anyway. I kind of decided that I wanted to go anyway. I was like on the fence about it, and I was like, no, I'll go because I really wanted to wear this outfit. I'll show you in a moment. But yeah, so today's events. Yeah, I guess we'll get to the party later. Today's events. I woke up, slept for a good amount. How long exactly? I'm not sure. I woke up to the cats, which is weird because they don't usually go off on weekend mornings. Because we're usually sleeping, and like I said, they don't usually make noise until someone else makes noise. So I don't know. But I did wake up and then I went back to sleep, and then I got to sleep for a nice amount of time, and I felt not terrible when I woke up. Which is I mean it's an unfamiliar feeling, not feeling terrible when I wake up. In recent time times. But yeah, so I slept good, and then first thing I did, man, I've seriously been thinking like, what the heck do I do with? And I've talked about this uh a lot. What the heck do I do with this? With like, how do I start my day like on my own? Because it always starts with work. Um, and I was like, well, I could start with like breakfast, but I'm not hungry when I wake up, so I don't start with breakfast. I don't really want to be productive because, like, for the first few hours of the day where I feel like I'm kind of just waking up, I don't really feel like being productive. I still feel tired, and kind of my brain kind of feels like foggy, for this first few hours of the day. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll just play games. So I played Helldivers, and then I did I think like a whole operation, and then what did I do? I did a whole operation. I think I then took my antacid, practiced piano, had a snack, um, and then after having the snack, I was still kind of hungry. So then I made breakfast. I made bacon, egg, and cheese English muffins. They were good. They were good. It was pretty tough to eat both of them, but I did. Because like I said, I wasn't super hungry. I thought about waiting like a few hours. Because I did figure out, oh, I actually eat several hours after waking up. I thought it only felt like a couple hours, but in reality, it was several hours. It's like, okay, maybe I could do that on the weekend. But then I had my antacid and I had my snacks, and I was like, might as well, make food. Because I was kind of afraid of ending up in the situation where I am too hungry to make food. Um, so I made bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. They were delicious. I had, what is it? I had that yerba mate, the other one that I got last week. It was, it was about as good as the last one, which is not very good. Pretty sure it hurt my stomach a little bit as well. So, yeah, definitely won't be buying any more of those because they are expensive, taste bad, and hurt my stomach. So, woohoo. But yeah, so I had my yerba mate, and then I had breakfast, and then I finished my piano practice, cleaned up dishes, played some more games. I did some KU stuff, kind of cleared out my student email, filled out a couple things that I needed to, bought a parking pass. I still need to, I think, check if I need any books. Last I checked, I don't need any books, but I did swap one of my classes, so I might need books. Um, yeah, it was weird. I looked at the course materials for I just there was a button that just said check course materials. And I was like, okay, and nothing came up. It's like that's kind of weird. So I do need to double check that. Um, so I did a little bit of that. What else? I wrapped Parkour's birthday present and gave it to him at the party because he was there. Um, yeah, last night I finished lacing up the new shoes that I got, which I will show you in a moment. Um, also, I cashed a check and I paid a bill. I finally got the bill from the physician for the upper endoscopy and the colonoscopy. I paid the amount up front at the place the day of the procedure, and it was like 1,300, I think. And then, believe it or not, I got a check in the mail from them for $1,000. I was like stunned. I was like, why they're paying me? I had the procedure done and now they're paying me. So I asked my mom and dad, I was like, what? Why am I getting paid for a procedure that I paid for? And they were both like, oh, that's just either they overcharged you or insurance actually covered them or covered, the procedure or the fee or whatever. So that's honestly awesome. Like just straight up getting $1,000 check, which I did not expect. The physician fee was less than I think it was. I think it was like 150, maybe between 1 and 200. I don't think it was. Yeah, it was not over 200. The physician fee, with insurance, of course. Without insurance, it would have been like $400 or $500. I remember how the anesthesia fee was $2,000 if I didn't have insurance. But I did have insurance, so the anesthesia was 200. I think it was like 220. The physician was like 150, and then it was like I said, it was 1,300 up front the day of the procedure, but I got like 1,000 back, so that was really only like 300. So I've only paid about like $700 for that whole procedure, which I mean is pretty good. Again, that is still $700, but I have insurance, so could have been way more. Like I think it would have been like 3,000 for the procedure, and then 2,000 for the anesthesia, and then 400 for the physician. But with the insurance, it all comes down to like 700. So that, like I'm not saying 700 is not a lot, but in terms of medical bills and payments, 700 is not a lot. Medical bills can get way up there. Like I remember when I went into the ER for a tummy ache, and then I got charged like $3,000, and that I think I've talked about the whole situation before because I don't think that was yeah, that wasn't chronicled. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I got that check, I cashed that. Kind of fast forward, played a little more Helldivers, I think. And then I got ready for the party, had a PB&J before I left. And now it's time to show off my outfit. So I've got this, if you don't know, this is crop top. I guess you'll just see a second. I've got my hair back and with my pink scrunchie and a ponytail. All right, brace yourself, guys. You're also gonna see my new shoes. Here we go. Knee-high Converse. Yeah, I got them. They were like $100. I think it was like 110 with insurance. So I've got, man, I wish you could see like my whole body in frame. I could kind of sit back, I guess, like this. I'm pretty sure you can hear me from over there. Um, so I've got knee-high Converse. I've got black tights underneath, cargo shorts, D-ring belt, and then I've got my crop top. I've also got shoot, a black and white bracelet right here. But yeah, hold on, make sure I hit hit one of these. Gosh, I'm so freaking long, bro. Okay, here we go. Yeah, yeah. This is doing it for you. Can you? Is the mic? Yeah, the mic's picking this up. Yeah. So this is my outfit. Um, I remember I was talking with Pouty last night about this. This was not the original outfit that I had in mind. I was originally gonna wear something much different, similar, still with the same shoes and the tights. Because this is really what I wanted to show off and wear. Um, but like the colors on my top and my bottom, like the shorts and the shirt, they clashed like really bad. You can actually coincidentally see on my bed right here. I was wearing those. I was gonna wear those shorts, but then they clashed with the shirt that I had picked out, which was also another crop top. But yeah, this is the fit. I really like it. If anything, I think it's like too cool for me. You know what I'm saying? Like this doesn't seem like an outfit I would wear. This seems like the kind of outfit that I would see someone else wearing, and I'd be like, wow, that's really cool. I wish I could pull that off, but then I would never actually wear it. Um, But yeah, I think it's pretty sweet. The knee high Converse, awesome. These are the shoes that I kept talking about, saying I was gonna keep them a surprise. And I remember my mom, the whole time she thought that they were regular shoes. And what I mean by regular shoes is like daily shoes. I'm not wearing these daily, right? Also, don't worry. Was it some people thought that you genuinely had to lace them up every time you put them on? No, there's a zipper in the back. There's a zipper in the back, so you don't have to lace up the entire shoe. Because I thought about that too when I first saw them. I was like, wait, that would be insane to wear those, right? But no, there's a zipper in the back. It's okay. Um, but yeah, I think it's pretty sweet. I think it's awesome. Now, one thing that so this is what it kind of looks like right here, right? Now the thing is I wanted to wear the shorts more loose and then show off the tights like more. So it kind of looked like this, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, like this. Because I think it's kind of cool to have the gray and then black, gray, black, as opposed to just when they're up, then it's gray, gray, black. Um, but yeah, Pouty said that having the shorts up more versus not makes it look more put together. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, right? You know, like this. Well, like I said, I can't even fit in frame, dude. But yeah, like this versus if I loosen the belt, pull down the shorts a little bit versus that. I like this more. I like being able to see the tights. I think it's cooler. You know what I'm saying? I like this more, but I just went with what Pouty recommended, because this is my opinion. Okay, I think women are better at perceiving beauty, in like things, whatever, the world, life. So I went with her recommendation of keeping the shorts up, and not letting the tights show kind of twice, where it's at my waist and then at my legs. Um, but yeah, that's the fit. I'm happy. I'm so happy with it. I love it. I might even wear it again, once it's clean and washed. I remember seeing I posted this little video on my Snapchat story, where it's just like it's a picture of just like my shorts and my kind of like it's like see my leg just like from like here down, and then I'm like there's a ping pong table being played on in front of me. Um, yeah, and I was like, wow, that's an awesome. I don't know. It's just the outfit makes me happy. It's awesome. I like it a lot. 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 Um. Anyway, that's all for today. Um. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all for the final report tomorrow, Sunday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday final report. I guess let's just start off with the goals. Not done. Sorry. Guitar practice or catch up. Not really. Doing much there. My bad. I don't even have any excuses at this point. I guess I'm just not thinking about it often as much as I should. Because it's not pressing. You know what I'm saying? Like with the goals I added recently, they were all kind of pressing things that I needed to do. Preparing my car, doing labs, whatever, scheduling, KU. Speaking of that, I did double check my course materials. Doesn't seem like I need to buy anything right now. It seems like I might on the first day of class. Uh, so yeah, I don't think there's anything I will double check it later just in case. And then car repair too. I need to make that appointment again. I meant to make it this week, but again, I'm not thinking about it very often at work. Um, so I gotta make that appointment, and then the new business model. Oh yeah, I guess that was technically I did that this week. It was okay. I feel like maybe I didn't really put it into effect, if you know what I'm saying. Um, because like I did kind of do it where like I got home and I played, but I played before eating and showering, and I feel like I really should eat and shower before doing anything. But also it didn't seem, even when I did do it one day, it didn't seem like the best idea because it's kind of just like once I play games for a couple hours, it kind of feels like I lose steam or I lose momentum after coming home from work, and then I just don't feel like doing anything for the rest of the night. So I'll keep it up for like another week, see if there's any noticeable change, and then the rest of the goals are still on pause. Um, yeah, so today's events, like I said, not super crazy. I know sometimes the weekend entries can be super duper long, but it was fairly simple. I woke up about 9:30, kind of just hung around, got ready for the gym at 10 with my little sister. That was good. My desktop audio went off for some reason. Um, Went to the gym. That was good. I felt tired, and at one point my throat got so dry I felt like I was gonna vomit. So I just had to get some water, and then I was okay. But other than that, yeah, the workout was good. It was a nice challenge. Um, yeah, it's only that small issue there. Um, I'm trying to think. The gym. Okay. Yeah, so then after the gym, we went to Chipotle. We both got just a bowl. And then I went home to shower, and then she went to Target, I think, to visit her friend. And then we met up at Dad's house for movies, and I did laundry as well. You can see it behind me. Um, we watched the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy. And now she wanted to watch them in chronological order. Now the thing is, it's weird. It's like they're technically in chronological order, but like there's movies that happen between them that is kind of relevant to the plot. I mean, I don't know. It's like, yeah, like was it like I think Infinity War happened between the first and second one, and then the first one happened like right after either the first one happened right after I know Civil War for sure, Captain America Civil War, and then maybe also after Avengers Age of Ultron? Not entirely sure. Maybe more because I thought it was after the first Avengers. But yeah, and then Infinity War takes place between like the first and second, and then I think Endgame takes place between the second and third. So it's kind of weird because they do talk about that in the movies. But like I said, it's like I'm pretty sure you can figure out what's going on without it. Like I don't think it's not like critical to the plot. Um, yeah, so those were good. And the next week we're gonna watch, I think, Endgame or Infinity War, Endgame, and then Multiverse of Madness, because she wanted to prepare, I think, for Doomsday. And I was like, yeah, because like I don't, like I said, I know I talked about it earlier in the week. I don't know where the heck the Marvel Universe is at right now. But yeah, so that was most of my day, if I'm being honest. Each of those movies was like 2 hours, so I think I was there from like 1 to 9 or something like that. I was there for a while. But I got laundry done. That's one. Got laundry done. That's kind of it. That's really it. I should have gone grocery shopping, but I was watching movies, so kind of ran out of time. It's okay. I got enough leftovers for lunch tomorrow, and then I'll probably just go grocery shopping after work, I think. Yeah, hopefully they have everything in stock. I know sometimes I go there and then it's like the shelves are just barren because they haven't gotten their truck yet. Um, but yeah, that's it. That was the whole day. I didn't even get to, I played one mission Helldivers. I didn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, it's 10:30, so I don't really have to go to bed for another half hour. I really should practice electric guitar, but it's like, oh my gosh. It's just the hater. The hater in my brain is like, you haven't even practiced a single practice in like forever. Just don't even work, just don't even bother. But it's like that's not how it's supposed to work. I'm supposed to keep at it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yeah, that's I guess, man, I guess that's kind of it. I'm not used to a Sunday entry being so short. I kind of wanted to talk about the party yesterday because I was like, oh, I didn't talk about what happened. It was the standard kind of, oh, I don't want to say uneventful. The plan was we were gonna play poker, drink and smoke a little bit, and then there was a ping pong table down there as well. Um, so we played poker, and I didn't want to, but I only played and brought money because I assumed that I would get peer pressured into it anyway. So I brought $10 because that's what was everyone was bringing. Yes, we actually used $10. I know it's not a lot, but it's like when you kind of add it up, then it adds up or whatever. Um, but yeah, I was like, I'm probably gonna lose $10 and then walk away sad because I don't even know how to play poker, and I'm sure there's gonna be at least one or two tryhards essentially in the group. And there was like three, I think. There was the host's roommate who, like, just like the moment he came down into the basement with us, and like the moment he looked at the poker chips, and he literally, I was like, oh my God, I was like, this guy knows how to play, doesn't he? And like the way he was talking, he was like, oh, I've got change if you guys need change. I've got money, I've got cash. I was like, oh my God, somebody get this guy out of here. Um, but he ended up playing, and then yeah, he won, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, and then after that, I just kind of watched some ping pong. I did want to play, but like everyone who plays there, they usually play very competitively, and I'd like to play for fun. Because I know the thing is I know they're much better than me. Which means if I did actually try to play a game and win, I would certainly lose, and it would certainly feel bad. Um, but otherwise, the party was fun. It was good to see friends and just be around friends. It was a lot of fun. Despite the poker game. Um, but yeah, I guess that's everything for this week. like I said, I'm so not used to being like, that was it. That was Sunday. Because usually I'm sitting here for like 20, 30 minutes on a Sunday entry. Um, but I guess I'll get back to doing laundry. I think that's kind of, yeah, doing laundry, practicing guitar probably. Man, yeah. Uh, anyway, my name's Asher. That was the Chronicle, and don't play poker if you don't know how to play poker. Or maybe just ask if you can not play poker. That way you don't lose $10 and walk away sad, because you could just not play. But then again, what else was there to do at the party? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.